Welcome. So when you think of Sardinia, what comes to mind? Probably those stunning, crystal-clear beaches, right? But here's the thing. Hidden just behind that postcard view is this incredible, ancient wine story. And today, we are gonna uncork.
I just love this quote because it perfectly captures what we're about to do. We're not just talking about wine, we're basically going on a treasure hunt for flavors that have been hiding in plain sight for centuries. All right, let's dive in. To really get what Sardinian wine is all about, you have to rewind the clock. And I don't mean just a few decades. I mean, we're talking millennia. This is not some trendy new region. This is a story that's literally rooted in antiquity.
Just look at this timeline for a second. We're talking about winemaking that was happening before much of ancient Rome even got going. You had the native Nuragic people over 3,000 years ago, then the Phoenicians brought new tricks, and finally the Romans. Each one of them layered their knowledge onto the island, making wine a part of its very DNA. It's pretty incredible.
So, what is it about this one island that makes it so perfect for growing grapes? Well, it all comes down to this magical combination of factors that the French call terroir. Think of it like a unique fingerprint that gives a wine its specific sense of place. First up, you've got the sun. This intense, totally reliable sunshine acts like an engine, just packing the grapes full of concentrated sugars and flavors. It's where all that power and incredible aroma in the final wine comes from. But, of course, the sun is only one part of the story.
Okay, now think of these winds as nature's perfect vineyard manager. This constant breeze is always moving through the vines, keeping them healthy and dry. And what that means is you need less intervention, and the grapes get to develop these incredibly pure, focused aromas. It's a huge deal. And this is the secret sauce. This variety of soils explains why Sardinia can produce such a wild range of wines. Each soil type gives a different character. For example, that granite up in the north, that's exactly what gives the island's famous Vermentino white wine its signature crisp minerality.
All right, so if the island's terroir is the treasure chest, then what's inside? Well, that would be the native grapes, the dazzling jewels. And trust me, Sardinia has a collection like almost nowhere else on Earth.
Yep, you heard that right. Over 120. The island's isolation in the middle of the Mediterranean basically turned it into a biodiversity hotspot, a kind of sanctuary for grape varieties that have disappeared everywhere else. A lot of these exist nowhere else on the planet. It's like a living library of ancient flavors.
So let's meet the royal family of Sardinian grapes. On one side, you've got Cannonau, the powerful, robust king of reds, just full of warmth and spice. And on the other, you have Vermentino, the aromatic, elegant queen of whites, bursting with freshness and that minerality we talked about. These two are the absolute stars of the island.
But hey, beyond the king and queen, the royal court is filled with all these other fascinating characters. Just look at this list. You've got everything from Cargignana, which is another powerful red, to Nuragus, a super crisp, refreshing white. And then there's Vernaccia, a totally unique white that gets aged for a long time to develop these incredible, nutty, honeyed flavors. This is what makes exploring Sardinian wines so much fun. The sheer variety is just mind-blowing. Okay, so we've met the grapes, we've talked about the terroir, but how do we really experience them? The answer is simple. You gotta pair them with Sardinia's incredible food. You see, the wine and the food here literally grew up together.
Let's just walk through a classic pairing. Say you start with something like Porcidou, this rich, savory roasted pork. All that richness needs a wine with some serious structure to balance it out. And that's where Cannonau comes in. Its tannins cut right through the fat, while its fruit flavors are the perfect complement to the meat. See? It's a perfect example of how the local food and wine evolve together in perfect harmony.
So, the real takeaway here is that there is a Sardinian wine for literally every dish. You can see how that crisp Vermentino is just made for seafood, while a bold Carignano is exactly what you want with grilled meats. Even a delicate ravioli has its perfect match in the light-bodied Monica. It's like a complete culinary ecosystem.
So, we've uncovered the island's ancient history, we've explored its unique environment, and we've met its liquid jewels. What does this all mean for you, the wine lover?
Well, what it means is that Sardinia isn't just another wine region. It's a living museum, offering these authentic, incredible flavors you just won't find anywhere else. It's a truly delicious escape from the usual Cabernet and Chardonnay we see everywhere. Which, leaves us with one final question to uncork.
When you think about it, with its ancient history, this incredible diversity of grapes, and the sheer quality in the bottle, could Sardinia be the most underrated wine island in the entire world? Perhaps the greatest treasure of all is that these amazing wines are still kind of waiting for their moment in the global spotlight. Maybe it's time for you to discover them.